Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your co-host, Boom Gato, the cat that hands your final prediction back. And to my left over here is the main man, sitting there, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form the dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly Ideas, brother, and spice your content and your girls' only fans. What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And with that, let's get right into it. So, April 20th, we have a big fight on our hands. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. We're about to give you guys our final prediction on that, who we think is going to win, and our reasons why. Listen, my man and I just got done rewatching the face-off. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of things that both dudes said that I kind of feel were a little bit off on the reality of the situation. But hey, look, they're trying to build the fight. They're trying to get things done. They're trying to, get us all hyped for it. I'm here for it. Let's get into it. Look, listen, right from the beginning, I'm going to give somebody props. Ryan Garcia, whether you like him or not, whether you want to give it to him or not, whether you agree with it or not, Ryan Garcia is the reason that a lot of these big fights got made. Ryan Garcia was the catalyst that ended up kicking off a lot of other big fights happening. I mentioned it on the podcast before. If you go back and you look at after Ryan had his fight set up with Gervonta, a lot of other big fights got made. Errol Spence versus Crawford got shortly made after that. I believe one of the Canelo and Plant fights, the Canelo and Plant fight got made after that, so on and so forth. Anyways, so I want to give him props because when he says anybody can get the smoke, he means it. Now, don't get me wrong, Ryan's had a slip up here and there. He backtracked a little bit when he started hanging out with Mayweather. We all know, if you know the backstory, Mayweather has a beef with Bill Haney, and because of that, he was trying to make sure that the Haney didn't get that fight because they know it's going to do big numbers. So he was kind of messing with the program there, and everybody kind of acknowledges it. Everybody kind of admits it. It was really more of a Floyd Mayweather getting in the way of this fight being made. Now, we got over that hump. Good. We're good to go. Fight's been made. Fight's been set. We're good to go for April 20th. All right, so here's my breakdown. The truth of the matter is, Haney has more tools. Haney is more technically sound. Haney has better ring IQ, better footwork, so on and so forth, than does a Ryan Garcia. The only thing that I really don't like about Devin Haney, which it has come out a couple times, his fight against Linares, a couple other individuals, where his chin, I don't want to say it's suspect because he's taking some heavy punches, but it's not the most durable. So I will say that about Devin Haney. With that being said, look, listen, I'll be honest with you, man. In the face-off, Devin said it. Ryan's a one-trick pony. Ryan's got a hell of a hook. That's really about it. Ryan leaves his chin up really high, leaves himself open a lot. He brings his arm down when he does that hook, and he leaves his chin up way too high to the point where literally anyone can catch him. The good thing for him is that, Devin's not known for having a lot of power. So the fact that he leaves his chin up high, it'll give a chance to potentially for Devin Haney to wear him down over the rounds. But I don't think this is going to be a knockout. I don't think this is going to be one of those scenarios where we're going to be given some sort of highlight knockout. Don't get me wrong, it can happen. There's always a chance. But the reality of it is, neither one of these guys is known for their tremendous knockouts. They've each gotten some good-looking wins against C-tier talent. Other than that, I don't think this is going to be a dramatic knockout fashion type of fight. But again, listen, it's going to be definitely technical, interesting. I do believe that Devin Haney is going to take it. I think Ryan has the tools to give Haney a good fight. And in a different world, he could beat Haney. But the reality of it is Ryan, whether it's because of mental issues, whether it's because emotional maturity, whatever the reason is, Ryan just doesn't put those things together to make what he should be, and he should be a phenomenal boxer. He's a good boxer. If you want to push it, maybe great, but he's just not at that level of the Devin Haneys, of the Teofimo Lopez's, of the Shakurs, of the Gervonta Davises, so on and so forth. Again, Ryan's a great fighter, and he has the tools. That's the thing. Athletically, he has the tools to be able to beat people like Devin Haney, but he just doesn't put them together in the right format. Which, again, a lot of his coaches have said, he's an individual that you don't necessarily coach, you work with him. He basically will do whatever he wants, which has worked against his detriment. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I do personally think that Devin is going to win, but it's not to say that Ryan doesn't stand a chance. Unfortunately,
I just don't see happening. We all know a lot of the stuff that's been going on with Ryan as of late. A lot of the weird things that he's been posting on Instagram, so on and so forth. It is what it is. Personally, I just don't think he's going to mature enough, level up enough by the time that the fight comes around. But hey, who knows? What do you think about that, my mans?
Listen, there's something I noted in the face-off between Haney and Garcia, and to be honest, like, yes, he does deserve some credit, but my thing is, look, if you're the one that started the whole avalanche of big fights getting started and getting up and running, or it was like, yes, he deserves credit in that. But at the end of the day, if he's not winning any of those himself, at the end of the day, he's a footnote. This isn't me discrediting his legacy, but let's be honest. At the end of the day, it is what it is. He's the one that started it, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, he's the one that started it, but beyond that, did he win any of them? Not really. He was like, ignore the fights. Something that I noted was that he was trying so hard to make all of his achievements shinier than what they really were. When Devin Haney was like chewing through them, was like, okay, but what else you got? Like, he was talking about his what was it? His left hand knockout power, and he was like, yeah, but who did I knock out though? And Devin Haney said, okay, you tell me. I was like, no, but who? Like, are you saying I don't? I was like, okay, yeah, but tell me who you really beat with that? Which, look, I think Haney might have been playing some mind games there, because let's be honest, yeah, Haney, I think, is going to outbox Ryan Garcia a lot. And he was saying, A, his left hand wasn't that great, and B, he said, I can outbox you easily. So I think Haney was trying to bait Ryan Garcia into not relying on his one-trick pony trick, and actually try and get Garcia to fight on Haney's terms, which Haney knows he's going to have an advantage in. Ryan Garcia is so much on that Dr. Dre type beat. I started this gangster shit, and this the motherfucking thanks I get. And Haney, I think, was trying to feed a little bit into that. He is trying to coax Ryan Garcia's ego to a point where he's like, all right, fine, I'm not gonna have to rely on this left hand then. I'm gonna try and beat Haney on his own terms, which he's falling right into Haney's trap. I think this is what this entire thing has been leading up to. I don't think they were necessarily selling the fight, but I think Haney was, I don't want to say he was a chess master, but I think he was trying to bait Ryan Garcia into not relying, something that's been giving him his wins, even though it was against tomato can jobber absolute fighters. And the one time that he fought an actual high caliber fighter, he lost. The only reason he's gotten the wins that he got is, again, there were a bunch of jobbers, tomato cans, squash matches. They were whatever. They're basically exhibition matches, let's be clear. They were sanctioned boxing matches, but let's be honest, they were nothing but exhibition.
Yeah, I do agree with you to a certain degree. Obviously, the big name that he has on his resume is Gervonta Davis, which he lost to Gervonta, so that's a fair argument. The other one that you can make an argument for is Luke Campbell. Luke was a contender for a championship, but other than that, much of the other talent are really nobodies. And I don't say that to disrespect anybody on his roster. I got a lot of respect for boxers and what they do. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, tier A challengers. With that being said, listen, man, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if Devin was playing games with them. He might have been. I honestly didn't notice on that. So if that's what he was doing, good pickup on them, man. Good analysis. I do think that obviously Devin is going to try to make Ryan fight his fight. I just think he's going to do that in the ring, not so much in the mental. I think we can all kind of accept that, the mental game of Ryan Garcia is not exactly the strongest. So, I mean, he could definitely be playing on that. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Again, listen, Ryan has the tools. He has the tools. He's athletic. He has fucking fast hands. He's got a hell of a hook. The problem is he just can't put those things together. And when Ryan goes for his signature hook, it's very noticeable. He leans to the side because you can see him basically get ready to cock it to light it out. So it's very noticeable. It's very, you can telegraph it like crazy. So I'll be honest with you, it just doesn't seem like Ryan can put together the skills, even though he may have them. It doesn't seem like he could put together the plan. And I'll be honest with you, given how weak his mental game is, I think he's gonna, after a round or two, maybe three, when he starts noticing, okay, look, I'm losing the fight, he's gonna slowly mentally break down, and I feel like eventually he is going to succumb to that, and just from there it's just going to be all downhill. So listen, my official prediction for this is I think Devin's going to take the fight. I think it's going to go to the cards, but I think it is going to be a unanimous decision win. Again, listen, the reason I personally love boxing so much is because anything can happen. someone might get a knockout. I highly doubt it, but someone might. It's one of those things where the boxing is what boxing is, and hey, look, it is what it is. But again, my official prediction is Haney by UD. It is going to go the distance. What do you think about that, man? Who do you got on this one?
I personally think it's going to be one of those things where here's how I think the fight's going to go. Haney is going to try and outmaneuver, outbox, not necessarily in power, but just by sheer combination, Ryan Garcia. It's going to be one of those things where he lets in way too many punches, and all of his defenders are going to be slipped through. I think the referee is going to call it. I'm going to say 10th or 11th round referee stoppage in favor of Devin Haney. That's what I personally think is going to happen.
So you think it's going to be stopped in the 10th, 11th?
Yes, exactly. 10th or 11th TKO.
Interesting. Okay. All right, we'll go with that. Listen, we've both made predictions where we were both, I was right and he was wrong, and he was right and I was wrong. So listen, it's possible, man. It's possible. It's boxing. You never know. That's what we love about the game. With that being said, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.